If you want to become a D1 lacrosse player, you must avoid this mistake. As lacrosse players, our off seasons are nearly 9 months long. You're constantly playing in tournaments and training by yourself. When the season comes, you get to showcase your talent, and many of you will earn that starting spot you've been training for. But slowly something happens as you move through the season. You're playing well, but your weaknesses start to show. You have consistent stats that are just good enough. With only 5 or 6 games left, you start to think about next season, how good you'll be, instead of thinking about the present moment. If those thoughts are going through your head, you have to change something or you'll never become a college lacrosse player. In this video, I will give you the 3 steps to overcome it and get recruited to any school you want. Let's get into it. Step 1, practice over performance. When we get into the depths of a season, sometimes we forget that practice is meant for us to get better. It feels like a chore that we have to attend to that lets us play in the game. If you start thinking like this, it becomes impossible to get better. Think about the offseason when all you wanted was high quality reps with your team. Your excuse back then was that you never had a goalie to shoot on or never had a defender to dodge on. But now that you have that opportunity, you just disregard it every time you step on the field. You must see practice as a gift that you get before the games. Too many players get caught in the trap of thinking they can only improve in the offseason. Some players understand how important practice is, but very few understand how important games are for developing. Your goal in lacrosse should be to win, but to achieve that, you should see games as an opportunity to improve. Most teams will play around 15 games a season. That means you only get 15 chances a year to experience game speed lacrosse. Of course, you can simulate and practice, but it'll never be the same. You must use that time to your advantage and improve as a player. Focus on the little details and try to make in-game adjustments. If you lose the ball, ask yourself why and adjust on the next play. Little habits like that will make you great. Step 2, after practice reps. As I just told you, focusing on improving in practice throughout the year is crucial to becoming a D1 player. But that isn't enough. Nearly every player in the country practices the same amount with their team during the season. So while value in that practice is important, you still need to do more. That's why players get recruited to go D1 schools to get after practice reps. When the whistle blows and the huddle's over, you can't go back to your lacrosse bag. As hard as it is, you must stay on the field and keep working. While practicing with your team is an amazing opportunity, you don't always get to work on the fundamentals. You might only take 10 to 15 shots throughout a practice, and those shots are crucial because they're more game realistic, but they can't replicate volume. The only way to get that volume is by working alone after practice. Get shots, get ground balls, and get footwork every single day. The hard truth is there's no shortcut to success. The only way is to work hard consistently and do the correct drills. The reason only 3.2% of lacrosse players go D1 is because most of them are doing the wrong drills. They're wasting hundreds of hours with useless training and are left with nothing in the end, when all they needed was a structured training plan to follow with the correct drills. That's what makes the G League Blueprint training plan so successful. It's a weekly lacrosse training plan with drills directly from top D1 programs. It is a new in-season program so you can find the exact drills for your after-practice reps. So stop wasting your time with useless drills and follow the exact step-by-step plan to becoming a college lacrosse player. Get the G League Blueprint at the link in the description. Step 3, be present. The biggest mistake you can make as a lacrosse player is thinking about the next season while you're already in one. Realize nothing is guaranteed, and the most valuable thing is the moment you're playing it. You could have a career-ending injury tomorrow, and then all you would think about is how ungrateful you were for the time playing. Let me ask you, when you live and play always thinking about next year, what exactly will be different next year? You'll have the same mindset and push your improvement down the road again. But lacrosse doesn't last forever, and soon there'll be no time left. You know how people talk about living your life like tomorrow isn't guaranteed? I like that advice, but it's even more valuable in lacrosse. Almost every lacrosse player in the country will be fortunate enough to wake up tomorrow, but not every lacrosse player will get to play tomorrow. Hundreds of them will suffer minor and career-ending injuries today. Open your eyes and realize that could be you. So saying living your life like tomorrow isn't guaranteed feels trite because tomorrow probably is guaranteed. But in lacrosse, tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Take advantage of what you have and stop thinking about the future. This is more than just about gratitude. It'll also make you play better. Nearly every game I play, the same thought comes into my head at around the second corner. Whether we're winning or losing, I always think about how am I going to keep this pace up? I'm gassed beyond belief, and either we have to climb out and make a comeback or hold strong and keep a lead. But in that moment, I'm caught up in the future. I'm worried about the plays that I have to make to win rather than the ones that I'm doing right now. That kind of mentality is toxic and will only make you nervous. You have no idea what the future play holds, so focus on what's happening now. My trick for this is to look down and feel the sensation of my gloves and my stick. This quick practice grounds me and reminds me all I can control is the present moment, so worrying about the next play will never help. But the trick or mental frame doesn't matter. It's about having a deep understanding of this perspective. Living in the moment goes far beyond lacrosse and is something you have to strive for the rest of your life. If you can follow those 3 steps, your chances of becoming a college lacrosse player will skyrocket. It's all simple, but never easy. Write these 3 steps down and come back to this video whenever you feel lost. If you're looking for more ways to become a college lacrosse player, the G League Blueprint is perfect for you. It's a weekly lacrosse training plan for the in-season and off-season that contains the exact drills and structure used by college lacrosse players. All you have to do is follow the steps and watch as you dominate. Thank you so much for watching.